Do you know that feeling of frustration when you know a word in Portuguese, but it's just not coming when you need it the most mid-conversation? I've been there myself with other languages I speak, so I get it. Sometimes the issue is our wish to perform, to sound perfect, but then we freeze. Don't get our point across, and just feel embarrassed and frustrated. So let's practice together a simple trick to keep the conversation flowing, even if you're far from fluent in Portuguese. So before we practice the trick, there's one thing you need to understand: why your brain blanks in the first place. Because if you don't fix that, no technique will work when you need it. Here's what's happening. You feel stuck between two voices when you speak Portuguese. One voice says, "You've studied hard, so you need to get the grammar right. Pronounce everything properly. Come on, you're an intelligent person." And the other voice says, "Forget about perfection. Just get your point across. Who cares if you messed up the gender? People still get you." And that tension is exactly why so many people freeze. Because most of us learned languages like we were prepping for a test. It's all about rules, verb conjugation tables, and correct answers. So when a real person is in front of you, your brain goes into performance mode. You start monitoring yourself, and suddenly you can't access what you actually know. But here's the other extreme. Just communicate. It doesn't matter if it's messy. Yes, but clarity does matter. If you've got a flat tire in Sines and the tow truck shows up in Peniche, that's not a cute mistake anymore. That's a real problem. True story, by the way. So the goal isn't perfect Portuguese, and it's not whatever Portuguese either. The goal is clear Portuguese, clear enough to be understood, relaxed enough that you can keep going. This unschooler in my program once shared she'd had a full-on conversation with a yoga teacher who only speaks Portuguese. Was her Portuguese perfect? No. She even put full-on between inverted commas. She wasn't concerned about what anyone would think of her. Instead, she managed to be clear enough to actually connect, to tell a story and have a real conversation. So how do you get that result without freezing? Let me show you the exact skill that helps you stay clear without trying to be perfect. Here's what you can do. When you forget a word, don't stop. Go around it. This is called circumlocution. Is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, commonly known as talking in circles. The way you do it is by answering one, two, or all three of these questions. Where is it? Na parede, em cima da mesa, ao lado da porta. What does it look like? Grande, pequeno, redondo, de madeira. What is it for? Serve para, usa-se para. Of course, you can always add esqueci-me da palavra em português, or even como é que se diz em português, if the person knows your language, of course. Let's practice with pictures together. First example. Imagine you're at a friend's house and you want to ask how old the clocks are, but you forgot the word relógio. Pause the video and try it first, or just watch me. Essas coisas redondas na parede que dizem as horas são muito antigas. Como é que se chamam? And your friend will probably say, os relógios. And you repeat it. This part matters. Relógios, pois é. Os relógios são muito antigos. Now you want to say the lamps are pretty, but you forgot the word candeeiro. As luzes em cima das mesas são tão bonitas. Your friend looks puzzled for a second, but then realizes what you're talking about and says, os candeeiros. And you go, sim, os candeeiros são lindíssimos. And if they suggest you sit down, but you want to clarify which chair, you can say, sento-me aqui em frente à mesa ou ali. Pointing also does wonders, right? Naturally, they'll give you the word. Pode ser no cadeirão. You lock it in by repeating it right after. Este cadeirão é super confortável. If you want to keep it super simple and even practice by yourself, grab a simple picture and make an effort to describe, locate, and explain what the object does. For example, you just learned the word pereira, but you say something like, isto é uma árvore que dá peras. Because you're consciously trying not to say the word, you will remember it. Pereira, pear tree. Now, my free mini start includes a relatable story that is perfect for this sort of practice. You can check the link below. Now, imagine you're shopping. Your phone is dead. You don't remember the word for kettle, and the person doesn't speak English. This is where what is it for is perfect. So you could say, é uma coisa que serve para ferver água, para fazer chá. Como é que se chama? They tell you, uma chaleira, and you repeat. Sim, uma chaleira. Obrigado. Easy, right? Now, if you've been freezing up in conversations, be honest with yourself. Is it fear from being judged that's stopping you from connecting in Portuguese? You will be able to express yourself accurately and eloquently, but you need to start somewhere. And neither freezing for perfection nor bulldozing through without caring about clarity will help. If you recognize yourself in one of those extremes, you can watch this video next where I break down different language learner profiles, like the perfectionist who never speaks and the just talk learner who gets misunderstood. When you understand your profile, you can stop self-sabotaging and turn your study into real conversations.